Few athletes in American sports history have commanded awe the way Vincent "Bo" Jackson did. For a brief, electrifying period in the late 1980s and early 1990s, Jackson became the living embodiment of impossible athleticism, a man whose speed, power, grace, and raw physical force seemed to overshadow the limits of human capability itself. He sprinted past defenders with track-star acceleration, overpowered linebackers with muscle forged from years of disciplined training, and delivered highlight after highlight that left fans, opponents, and analysts stunned. Though his NFL football career was cut tragically short, Bo Jackson's athletic achievements from high school to his final days with the Los Angeles Raiders remain some of the most iconic the sport has ever seen. He wasn't merely good at football or baseball, he excelled at both at a level few could ever dream of. His story is one of once-in-a-century talent, multidimensional greatness, and the unforgettable, Bo Knows persona that reshaped sports marketing forever. Vincent Edward "Bo" Jackson was born on November 30, 1962, in Bessemer, Alabama, and from childhood his athletic gifts were unmistakable. He grew up in a large family with limited financial means, and sports became both an outlet and a proving ground. Jackson's natural power and agility developed early. He displayed a knack for overwhelming peers in neighborhood competitions, often with little effort. His childhood experiences helped forge the competitive mindset and physical toughness that would define his athletic future. At McAdory High School, Bo Jackson quickly emerged as one of the most dynamic athletes Alabama had ever produced. He excelled in football, baseball, and track, a rare trifecta of dominance. As a running back, Jackson's blend of breakaway speed and bruising power set him apart. Defenders struggled to bring him down even with multiple tacklers, and once he reached the open field, he was simply too fast to catch. His senior season was particularly spectacular, cementing him as one of the top football recruits in the country. Bo's track achievements were legendary at the state level. He excelled in sprinting and the decathlon, showcasing remarkable all-around athleticism. His speed, clocked in the low 10s in the 100-meter dash, was nearly unprecedented for a high school athlete of his size. Scouts also noticed Jackson's baseball abilities, especially his raw power. He hit towering home runs with eye-opening ease, foreshadowing the dual-sport career that would later define him. Bo's track achievements were legendary at the state level. He excelled in sprinting and the decathlon, showcasing remarkable all-around athleticism. His speed, clocked in the low 10s in the 100-meter dash, was nearly unprecedented for a high school athlete of his size. Scouts also noticed Jackson's baseball abilities, especially his raw power. He hit towering home runs with eye-opening ease, foreshadowing the dual-sport career that would later define him. By the time he graduated, Jackson was a national sensation. He had scholarship offers from every major college program in the South, but he ultimately chose Auburn University, where his legend would reach new heights. Bo Jackson's 4 seasons at Auburn under head coach Pat Dye cemented his place among college football's all-time greats. Jackson arrived with heavy expectations, and he exceeded every one of them. Jackson's freshman season in 1982 immediately demonstrated his big play potential. He rushed for 829 yards and scored 9 touchdowns, earning SEC Freshman of the Year honors. His speed, fluid movement, and ability to accelerate through holes made him one of the most explosive young players in the nation. One of his signature plays came during the 1982 Iron Bowl against Alabama. With victory hanging in the balance, Jackson leaped over a goal line pile for the game-winning touchdown, a moment still etched in Auburn lore. In 1985, Jackson capped his college career by winning the Heisman Trophy. He rushed for 1,786 yards on the season, averaging an astonishing 6.4 yards per carry. His blend of power, agility, and breakaway speed made him virtually impossible for defenses to contain. That season's highlights included long touchdown runs and game-breaking bursts that showcased his legendary athleticism. By the time he left Auburn, Jackson had become the school's most celebrated football player. His number 34 jersey was retired in recognition of his extraordinary accomplishments. Despite being one of the most coveted football prospects in history, Bo Jackson's NFL path was unconventional. After the Tampa Bay Buccaneers selected him first overall in the 1986 NFL Draft, a disagreement with the franchise led him to reject their offer. Instead of playing football, he joined Major League Baseball's Kansas City Royals. But the Los Angeles Raiders, led by owner Al Davis, saw an opportunity. They selected Jackson in the 7th round of the 1987 draft, happily allowing him to play baseball in the spring and summer while joining their roster in the fall. This arrangement created one of the most remarkable dual-sport careers in American history. Jackson was drafted by the Kansas City Royals, and he made his MLB debut in 1986. He quickly became one of the most exciting players in baseball. Bo Jackson's baseball highlights are still among the most famous in MLB history. Throwing out Mariners second baseman Harold Reynolds at home plate from the left field wall in Seattle, delivering a laser-like throw that stunned fans and broadcasters. Scaling outfield walls to make sensational catches. Crushing 475-foot home runs with ease. Stealing bases with the explosive speed of a track sprinter. His 1989 MLB All-Star Game performance is unforgettable. He blasted a towering home run to center field and was named the game's MVP. At the peak of his baseball career, Jackson's combination of power, speed, and defensive range made him one of MLB's most electric players. When Bo Jackson arrived on an NFL field, the athletic brilliance he displayed at Auburn appeared magnified. Despite joining the team late each season due to his baseball commitments, he produced some of the most electrifying performances the league had ever seen. Jackson's physical tools were extraordinary, even by NFL standards. 6 feet 1 inch height, 230 pounds. A rumored 4.12 40-yard dash. The ability to run over linebackers like they were defensive backs. Elite acceleration combined with track-level top speed and smooth lateral movement rarely seen in players of his size. These attributes helped him become one of the most feared running backs in the league. Although his NFL career lasted only 4 seasons, each shortened by baseball obligations, Jackson delivered impressive offensive numbers. 2,782 career rushing yards. 16 rushing touchdowns. A 5.4 yards per carry career average, one of the best averages in NFL history. 40 receptions for 352 receiving yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. His 5.4 yards per carry stands out as a testament to his unmatched efficiency and big play ability. One of the most iconic moments in Monday Night Football history occurred on November 30, 1987, when Bo Jackson and Seattle Seahawks linebacker Brian Bosworth collided head-on at the goal line. Before the game, Bosworth, known for his flamboyant persona, publicly predicted that he would shut Bo down. But when Jackson received a handoff near the end zone, he lowered his immense shoulder, drove straight through Bosworth, and powered into the end zone. The collision became instantly legendary. It symbolized not just Jackson's physical dominance, but the futility of trying to tackle him head-on. Jackson not only ran over Bosworth, he ran through him, turning the linebacker's bravado into a footnote in NFL history. Later in the same game, Jackson delivered a 91-yard touchdown run, sprinting past the Seahawks defense and continuing straight into the stadium tunnel, a moment that remains one of the most replayed highlights of his career. In 1989, Nike launched the Bo Knows ad campaign, which revolutionized sports marketing. The commercials featured Jackson trying his hand at a number of different sports: basketball, hockey, tennis, cycling, and excelling in each. The campaign played on the public's fascination with Jackson's dual-sport brilliance and portrayed him as a super athlete capable of mastering anything. The ads featured other sports icons, including Michael Jordan and Wayne Gretzky, but Bo was the centerpiece. The campaign was wildly successful, elevating Jackson to mainstream celebrity status and making "Bo Knows" one of the most memorable slogans in sports advertising history. On January 13, 1991, during a playoff game against the Cincinnati Bengals, Bo Jackson suffered the hip injury that would end his NFL career. While breaking through the line on a long run, Jackson was tackled from behind in what initially looked like a routine play. But as he fell, his hip was forced out of its socket. The damage was severe. The injury led to avascular necrosis, a condition where blood supply to the hip bone is cut off, causing the bone tissue to die. For an athlete whose game relied on speed, power, and agility, the injury was catastrophic. Although Jackson attempted a baseball comeback, his days as the NFL's most explosive running back were over. The football world had lost a generational talent just as he was reaching his prime. Bo Jackson's NFL career lasted only 4 seasons, and yet his impact on football remains profound. He delivered some of the greatest runs, most memorable highlights, and most jaw-dropping displays of athleticism in league history. His average of 5.4 yards per carry places him among the most efficient running backs ever. His combination of strength, quickness, explosiveness, and pure athletic genius has rarely been matched. Beyond statistics, Jackson became a cultural figure, the rare athlete whose legend grew even after his career ended. The Bo Knows campaign, his college greatness, his 2-sport achievements, and his unforgettable NFL highlights ensure that he remains an enduring icon. Bo Jackson's football career was short, but it burned with an intensity that continues to captivate new generations of fans. He remains the ultimate what if in sports, a player whose unbelievable gifts offered a glimpse of athletic greatness that might never be seen again.